Good day, everyone. With this, entitled Art in the Time of COVID-19, Finding Ways to Render the Invisible Visible. By the way, I'm Andre Alferos from ECE22, and this video is about the compilation of my art appreciation artworks, starting from the midterm up to finals. And from here, this is my story. How did I arrive from the beginning until end? And come with me and let's go. Let's start this. So these are the compilation of my artworks. One of the first activity or assessment that we are tasked to do is the Fliphunt, wherein we are tasked to find a product of art at home, and that product that I found was these commemorative coins. So this was the first side and the second side when you turn it. And basically, I love collecting rare objects, and one of those are these commemorative coins. And according to the philosophical perspective of Plato, this is an example of art, because specifically art as imitation, because every person, place, and event that are indicated on that metal, small piece of metal, are just based from real life scenarios. So the next was the European paintings, Wakelet or Wakelet. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the spelling of it. What I have is The Last Supper by Da Vinci. So behind this is that we somehow it's like we're researching about that kind of painting, and along that are the factual meaning, conventional meaning, subjective meaning. So for the factual meaning, the apostles' reaction to Jesus' declaration. The conventional meaning, Jesus' last meal with his apostles before he has captured and crucified. Also, the Holy Communion. And lastly, subjective meaning, the apostles were common people and Jesus was once a mortal. So you can visit my video on this Wakelet. I mean the PDF on the site of it. And also this Fliphunt, I have a video on Flipgrid and as well as on YouTube. Maybe I'll just insert the link if you want to watch it. And also the other upcoming artworks. So the next was coffee painting. So I love this coffee painting because even though it took a long time, I'm happy with the results, because what I did is get Worth Lodriga's kabiyak or spouse. So it became my inspiration. If you know Worth Lodriga, he is the Promel child on commercials, the small child. And this, as you can see, the version of my coffee painting, somehow good, I guess, not bad for a since I am not very practiced on this type of technique, but still that's the best that I could give. So from here, love is what we see, and we really need it, especially this time of pandemic, because with that love, as you can see, no hate, no hunger, no difficulties, and just pure love. Next was the photo appropriation. So again, I have Get Inspired by Harvesting at Sunset by Fernando Amorsolo, oil on canvas laid on board, 1935. And what I did is, to my brother's photo, youngest brother, wherein I renamed it Aral at Trabaho. It is a digital photography this year only, 2021. So as you can notice, the face mask is edited because I really wanted to emphasize that during these times of pandemic, a lot of child who is on their very young age are working while studying, and the struggle is really hard. So I want to give an awareness that if you have a chance to study, then go for it, because once it is not available, or when incorporated with work or trabaho, it will be really hard. So let's just appreciate what we have right now. There. And I think this Gamaba virtual art exhibit was our one of our summative assessments on our summative assessment on midterm. And what we have was Federico Caballero. He is a Gamaba artist from Kalinog, Iloilo, and this was presented via Wixsite. So if you have, or if you are interested with that site, I'll also put the link on this. And as what we have researched on him, he is from Panay Bukidnon. He eager to maintain the tradition, beliefs, and literature of that, and he saved the epic. One of those are, or two of those are, Humadapnon and Labaw Dungon. And from here we can really appreciate our Gamaba artists, because they are trying to save or put into salvation the art that is left behind. So Gamaba stands for Gawad Manlilikha ng Bayan. That's it. And this soap sculpture, so one of my, not messy, but full of something on my workplace, such as the residue of the soap, because I scrape it using some metals such as what do you call it? The one used for the nails, or any piece of metal that is capable for scraping or doing those types of patterns. So in here, what I have is a turtle, because it represents for me our family as a nurturer, shy, protecting, patience, strength, innocence, endurance, and longevity. And also I love animals, water animals, such as these turtles, and that gave me an inspiration to do this soap sculpture. There, my blackout poetry. So from a page from the book, just put a marker on some of the words to eliminate those, and to arrive from a poetry. And from my poetry, let me read to you. All my vows to no one but you, the sunshine I pledge to keep you. The sight of you, your kiss, freeze upon my lips. But you fear that forever cease. Take heart and be assured, forever shall my vows. So, from here, pledge tackles how one is afraid of broken promises, but the poem itself put an assurance that every broken promises can be renewed. Assurance, on the other hand, is something that is light and hopeful. However, beyond all assurances, there is always a doubt of what if forever won't last. But as partners, you should take heart, believe, and trust. So this is fun, actually, the out poetry, because it is like a what do you call this, board games, because such as chess, because it really trains the mind to think of what words to deconstruct and to reconstruct again to form this kind of poetry. And finally, our last type of assessment, the paper weaving, wherein I got the template from the internet provided on us. I just cut it through and just insert the strips of papers color red alternately in every layer as I finish it until I reach the uppermost, and fill in all the gaps, so no spaces must be seen. And I really have fun with this type of or different technique of weaving, because it is like a practice of really an art, especially from the Tibolis or other some indigenous places or people that are weaving. It may not be, I mean, it is not really the one on the clothing, because it's just a paper, but still I have tried my best to come up with this type of weaving, and I'm proud of it. And I wish I could make some actual weaving with the use of silk or thread, wherein the design are the ones from the Tibolis and others. And that's my journey, I guess. Yes. And for my conclusion, I have learned a lot with this kind of subject. That's true, especially in terms of my skills, talents, and abilities. I have been patient and strong. That is why I'm here. I'm still alive and surviving this semester and the upcoming semesters to come. Just sad that this is about to end, but still, the knowledge that I have would be always here in my heart and on my mind. It will always be applicable, not only from this subject but from other subjects too, and real life applications. By this time, I am just grateful for every person's behind who helped me, my family, the persons who are behind this subject, such as our profs and my classmates. And from that, I just realized that it is hard to cope up with this type of situation wherein it is pandemic online class. But still, if you have a dream, you will always pursue it, and together we will learn with this new type of education. So even though there's COVID-19, let us not stop learning, and let's just always make an art for change. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.